Thank you for taking a look at TruTech by Motor. This is the login screen. So it has all these different individual categories, but we made it easy to use by rolling them into one tool called TruTech. So you select on that. You can see we have from current model year 2024 all the way down to 1985. I'm going to grab an 18. And this is the list of makes that are in there. We have some nicer cars, the higher end, like Alphas, Acuras, Audis, BMW. Does not have Bentleys and the exotics, but it's a very complete list otherwise. I'm going to grab a Toyota and just grab. You can see you have all the different models. I'm going to grab a 4Runner. This is all the information rolled up into one bucket. This is going to be your repair procedures. I'm going to, just to show you an example, grab the removal of a four-wheel drive control switch, and that opens up here. You can then click on these links for more information on how to complete the repair. Very detailed, straight from the OEM. And then you can click this to expand it out again. And then if you want, it also has separate installation instructions here as well. And then you can click on this and go into more detail for step by step. So you'll always be prepared to fix whatever comes into the shop. And then just to give you an idea, air conditioning, it's got airbags, audio, visual, it's got some running board, transmission. You get the idea. Brakes, cruise control, cylinders for engine work, door controls. Just want to show you that you can fog lights, um, whatever you need will be in here. These are component location diagrams. So for example, if you determine you need to replace an air conditioning amplifier, this will tell you exactly where to find it, because that may not be something that you know off the top of your mind. And then below this, we also have wiring diagrams. So if you need the air conditioning system, you can click on this. And our data is straight from the OEM, so it's always reliable, just so you can get a rough idea of what's all in here. Multiple diagrams on some of these. So you can click the arrow until you get the information that you need, print it off. These are going to be diagnostic trouble codes. This is what comes up in your scanner. So for example, a compressor lock sensor circuit, if you have an AC issue, there's your code. And then here is what you do to go about fixing it. And again, you can see it's a comprehensive list of all the codes that might possibly come up. Technical service bulletins, complete list. So if you see something, bumper fender interference, that might be here. We can take a quick look at this front differential grinding noise. That's probably fairly common. And it has, again, all the information you need to go about diagnosing and repairing that particular condition. Specifications. This is going to be all sorts of different information from coolant amounts and types. We also have lubricants. So this is going to be your engine oil. That's helpful. Get the proper type. Torque specifications. This is going to be your parts and labor tab. You have to select a specific model. So I'm going to grab the limited model here. And then you just click on whatever you're looking for. So here you go, air conditioning compressor. There's your time, 2.5 hours. There's an important note that it tells you it includes the removal of the component and all necessary components for access. Does not include system diagnosis and testing, refrigerant recovery, evacuate, recharge of the AC system, or a road test. And in this particular case, there's only one OEM part number, so it's going to give you the correct number for the AC compressor and a list price. If there was more than one part number registered to that vehicle type, it will just list those out. It is not going to be VIN specific. And again, you can get an idea of the depth of information as I scroll down here. Brake cylinder. Here's two brake cylinders. So there's an example of where you may have to call a dealer to make sure you get the right one, or answer questions from the aftermarket vendor if you're going to go aftermarket. But again, it's anything you'll need. Maintenance schedule. So here you type in a mileage interval. 60,000 is usually going to be a major service. So you can click on this and it will recommend everything from the OEM, all your preventive maintenance, what to check, and give you opportunities to not only upsell but properly and completely service a vehicle. And there's also a bucket here for other, which is some other information just listed here. So one thing you can do is you can do a search. So if you do a search for cruise control and then hit search, it's going to filter anything with cruise control. So again, here's in your other, for parts and labor, here's your cruise control switch. Specifications, if there's any cruise. There's no TSBs. Here's a couple of diagnostic trouble codes that come up for your cruise. Here's all your wiring diagrams. So you can filter this yourself, and here's going to be all your procedures. So you can filter this by using the search bar and make it a whole lot simpler and cut down the data that you're looking at. And here's everything all rolled into one. Maybe make it a little bit easier. That is TruTech by Motor. Thank you so much for taking a look at it.